Hi, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Janu, and I talk about all things sustainability, mindful living, and travel. Today, we are going to be talking about sustainable and mindful healthy girl habits to implement in 2024. The first healthy habit is having the right mindset. As I set the intention for the day, I do my best to begin in a state of gratitude. Simply taking 5 minutes in the morning to write out your intentions is all you need. It can be easy to start scrolling as soon as you wake up, which I'm definitely guilty of. But one thing you can do is leave your phone outside of the bedroom and have an actual alarm clock. Since I travel, I don't have a physical alarm clock with me at all times, so it's hard to keep up that habit, but when I'm not, I leave it outside of my room. As I begin my workday, I write out what needs to be done, and I prioritize about 3 major tasks to accomplish that day. Any more than that can sometimes be overwhelming. When I first wake up in the morning, I always grab my water, and I always keep a water bottle by my bed. I typically don't set an alarm in the morning, which I'm definitely grateful for, and that has not always been the case for me. And then for supplements, I'll take iron, vitamin D, probiotics, magnesium, as I tend to be a bit deficient in all of these areas, and I really do notice a difference in my body when I take them. For food, I try to eat whole foods and seasonal as much as possible, as it's more nutritious, sustainable, and typically cheaper. The next healthy girl habit is making sure those finances are in order. Here are a few things I do to look out for my future self. First is making sure that you have a high yield savings account. You might be wondering what that means, but basically, when you put money in a regular savings account, the bank pays you a percentage for keeping that money in the account. A regular account gives you maybe 0.5% in returns, whereas a high yield savings account can give you about 3 to 5%. These accounts don't cost you anything extra, and it's a good place to put your savings. Speaking of saving, another way to look out for your future self is to have an emergency fund, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's basically when you have about 3 to 6 months worth of savings, which should be kept in a high yield savings account. So if anything were to happen, like you lose your job or a medical emergency, you have something to fall back on. Reducing waste isn't always easy, but here are a few things that I do to reduce my waste daily. I stopped using paper towels, and I just have a stack of reusable towels that I wash. It saves money and it cuts down on a ton of waste. I also shop in bulk whenever possible, and I've reduced my use of single-use plastic. I know not everyone has access to bulk stores, so it's really about doing the best that you can with what you have. Here in LA, I have a few options for refill stores. One of my favorites is Free Grocery. When I bring food home from the store, I do my best to store it properly so that it lasts as long as possible. That can look like freezing or storing in water. If you want more food saving tips, be sure to leave a comment down below. Live minimally, whatever that might look like for you. It's really about just saying no to impulse buying and being intentional with your purchases. Living minimally in your home is not just about what you have, but how you arrange it. It can be good to declutter your space and organize your belongings. If there's something that you do need to buy, find secondhand or buy from a sustainable brand if possible and if your budget allows. I really try to focus on spending my money on experiences such as travel. Lastly, and probably one of the most important, is healthy relationships. Set boundaries and only surround yourself with people who value you. Surround yourself with people who celebrate you and get rid of people who think your dreams are too big. Surround yourself with people who don't allow other people in their life to treat you poorly. Just remember that who you're around is one of the most important things because it really determines your outcome when it comes to everything. Remember that living a more mindful life is about taking a holistic approach. I hope you found these tips helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.